Okay guys, so I was doing my IRL dailies, like my 9 to 5 NPC grind, and then all of a sudden, a huge bombshell of information drops about Changli. So we're gonna go over it real quick. So there's basically a video of her gameplay out on YouTube and a bunch of information about her kit and signature weapon. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna get crucified for giving out this information, but I will only include screenshots of her kit and no gameplay footage. So Kuro, please don't hurt me. I'm just gonna upload this and hope I don't get fucking giga banned. Okay, so let's go over her inherent skills. So her passives, she has Secret Strategist. Okay, so when Changli releases basic attack, True Sight Conquest, or basic attack True Sight Charge, for each stack of Enflamement, Changli's fusion damage is increased by 5%. And then her second inherent skill is Sweeping Force. When Changli releases heavy attack 1, Flaming Sacrifice, or Resonance Liberation, Radiance of Fealty, Changli's fusion damage bonus is increased by 20%, and Changli ignores 15% of the target's defense when dealing damage. So she performs up to 4 consecutive attacks, dealing fusion damage. After releasing ground basic attack stage 4, Changli enters True Sight, lasting for 12 seconds. Her mid-air attack consumes stamina to perform up to 4 consecutive attacks in mid-air, dealing fusion damage. After releasing mid-air stage 4, Changli enters True Sight again, lasting for 12 seconds. Her heavy attack, so holding basic attack on the ground to consume stamina to perform an upward strike, dealing fusion damage. Use basic attack within a certain time to release mid-air attack stage 3. And her mid-air heavy attack, shortly after holding basic attack in mid-air or using basic attack True Sight Charge, use basic attack to consume stamina to perform a plunging attack, dealing fusion damage. Use basic attack within a certain time to release basic attack stage 3. And her dodge counter is basically after a successful dodge, attack the target, dealing fusion damage. Now her resonance skill is called Tripartite Flames. Anyways, so True Sight Capture. After releasing a resonance skill, Changli rapidly attacks the enemy and enters True Sight, lasting for 12 seconds. In the end, Changli releases a plunging attack, dealing fusion damage. Capture has 2 initial attempts and can be used up to 2 times. The number of attempts is increased by 1 every 12 seconds. So, basic attack True Sight Conquest. When in True Sight, if Changli uses ground basic attack, she releases True Sight Conquest, rapidly approaching the enemy and dealing fusion damage, considered as resonance skill damage. After releasing True Sight Conquest, True Sight ends. Basic attack True Sight Charge. When in True Sight, if Changli jumps or uses basic attack in mid-air, she uses True Sight Charge instead, dashing towards the enemy and dealing fusion damage, considered as resonance skill damage again. And after releasing True Sight Charge, True Sight ends. Her Resonance Liberation, so her ultimate is called Radiance of Fealty. Deal fusion damage to nearby targets, obtaining 4 stacks of Enflamement and entering Fiery Feather. Fiery Feather, when Changli releases heavy attack, Flaming Sacrifice, within 10 seconds her attack is increased by 25%, after which Fiery Feather ends. I think Fiery Feather is like her second form because I saw from the gameplay footage, she basically had like different clothes. It was basically, if you think about it, like a fire version of Kalkaro. So her intro skill is Obedience of Rules, so Changli appears in mid-air, attacks the target, and enters True Sight, lasting for 12 seconds. Her outro skill is Strategy of Duality. Changli's outro skill increases the switched in Resonator's fusion damage by 20% and the Resonance Liberation damage by 25%, lasting for 10 seconds. And then switching to another Resonator ends this effect. So she's kind of like a fusion version of Yinlin, a bit, but it's not confirmed if it's fusion damage or if it's fusion damage deepen, which is what Yinlin does, except with Electro. And now for her Forte circuit, we have Flaming Vow. So heavy attack, Flaming Sacrifice. When releasing heavy attack, if Changli carries 4 stacks of Enflamement, she consumes all stacks to release Flaming Sacrifice, dealing fusion damage, considered as resonance skill damage. Enflamement, Changli can hold up to 4 stacks of Enflamement, and Changli obtains 1 stack for every basic attack, True Sight Conquest on hit, or True Sight Charge on hit, and Changli obtains 4 stacks for every Resonance Liberation. Oh, so essentially what you'll want to do is after she uses her Resonance Liberation, she can enter this Forte circuit right away. Kind of like how when Kalkaro ults, he does his heavy attack in that form right away for his first attack as well. So for her signature weapon, so Blazing Brilliance, forged from the very essence and feathers of a legendary bird. I think it's a phoenix. This weapon blazes with an intensity that bathes the world in its luminous glow. With each fiery surge, it consumes all in its path, leaving nothing but ashes in its wake. So the passive is it increases crit rate by 8% up to 16 depending on your dupes. Upon dealing damage, increases Searing Feather by 1 stack, gaining 1 stack every 0.5 seconds. When resonant skill is released, increases Searing Feather by an extra 5 stacks. Each stack of Searing Feather increases the resonant skill damage by 4 to 8% depending on dupes, stacking up to 14 times. After reaching 14 stacks, all stacks will reset within 10 seconds. So it's looking like her whole kit is revolving around resonant skill. So you're gonna want resonant skill on all of your echoes, because pretty much like all her attacks are like scaling off a resonant skill. But yeah, that's her kit. If you're rolling for her, let me know. She's looking to be more of a sub DPS rather than a main DPS because of her outro skill buffing the next resonator, just like how Yinlin is. I really wanted her to be a main DPS because I didn't want to use Encore. I was saving for Changli because I wanted her to be like more of an on-field DPS, but I mean, it looks like she still does damage while buffing, so we'll see. Her kit might change depending on when they decide to release her or do like the 1.1 live stream. That's a lot of information. Sorry if it's a bunch of yapping. I'm basically just reading the kit, so I don't want to bore you guys. So, all right, that's pretty much it. Bye.